New South Wales police are being urged to apologise to women who were humiliated and degraded during strip searches. The searches included a woman being asked to take out her tampon and another ordered to pull her pants down and bend over. A new report has said that better training should be given to police. The searches were in line with the law. However, the police have said they will update the manual for body searches. Robbo, they were just doing their jobs apparently.
No, I don't agree with that, Rob. I think that there's got to be probable cause. Now, just being at a music festival, is not probable cause in my mind.
Yes.
Obviously, we know that there are a lot of drugs that go there. But look, walk down King's Cross, walk in Fortitude Valley in Brisbane, that's where drugs are. It's not probable cause.
Let me just make some notes on that. Fortitude Valley was...
I was just picking the suburbs that you know. But you need probable cause. I don't know what probable cause you would have to think and look at a person and go, well, there's potential that she's got drugs, in her vagina. I just don't know the probable cause of that.
It really just, being told to squat, it just seems like this is an absolute abuse of power. And there was, in the article, it said one lady was told they strip searched her, found no drugs, and she was banned from music festivals for 6 months. I mean, it is not illegal to go to a music festival. Like, let's just change the narrative on this. We are not in Stalin's Russia now. People have the right to go to festivals. If drugs are illegal and you want to do checks, that's fine. I mean, I just find it ridiculous. I actually do think that I'm a big believer in pill testing and just let people do their own thing. I'm sure these bins where they're asking people to throw the pills away haven't worked in the slightest. But this idea that the police can abuse their power, and I don't care if it is the law, this is an abuse of power when you are getting law-abiding citizens to strip search, take their tampons out, squat on the floor, and then still ban them when they come up clean. This is absolutely outrageous, isn't it, Ben?
Oh, it just seems to me like there must be more to that story, really.
No.
I mean, it's just... There seems to be some pieces.
The police have acknowledged that they need to change their training because there isn't more to this story. That's the point.
But why would they continue to ban these people if they've tested negative for drug use?
Because it's power, and it's like a police officer getting young women in. They get a perv. They get to have a look at them. It is absolutely an abuse of power under the guise of the law.
I don't agree. I think that...
But there was people that were pulled out of Star City Casino. So Star City Casino in Sydney is in the middle of, the CBD, not the CBD, but suburbia, essentially, right? And there were 2 women, I believe, who were also strip searched there. They were outside the casino. So tell me, where is the privacy? Where is the dignity?
And why isn't another woman doing these strip searches? Why isn't it a female police officer?
And other police officers...
I'd be happy enough to discuss that. I'd be happy enough to discuss that the protocols are wrong, and I think that I'd be happy enough to discuss, a female officer, would need to be present or different ways of being able to conduct why these searches are happening. But I'm certainly not about to go down the path of saying that, police are doing this because it's absolutely an abuse of power. I think it is.
I think some are. And I'm a big supporter when people are attacking police. I'm on the police side, and I think the majority are good. But there is a culture within the police where they share photos that shouldn't be shared. Look at the AFL footballer who was in drag in a police interrogation room, and that photo got leaked to the media because police did the wrong thing. The fact is...
Police or person? I think we need to clarify that, because I think that we continuously go down this path where we talk about the police on this show, and it's like that when you say police, you see doing this big statement. I think that the percentage of the police that are doing the wrong thing is much smaller than you would expect.
Fair. I think our terminology should be police people within the police force, and I will totally cop that, because I think the organisation is trying to do the right thing, but there are elements who take liberties with the law and what they're allowed to do within the law, and you cannot tell me that some of these officers are not having a perv.
So, Rob, I would want to just come back on that. And I think this wasn't just one police officer we're talking about. So it's not one police officer who is doing these really invasive, does he have probable cause or she, whatever. That's the problem, I think. So I get what Ben is saying in regards to not all police are bad. Of course, all three of us would agree with that. However, maybe endemically in the organisation of the New South Wales Police Force is an idea that this is appropriate, that this is acceptable, that this is allowed. That's the problem, I think. So you can't paint the whole organisation with the big brush, but this wasn't the same officer who did it on these multiple occasions. Also, these women who came forward, they wouldn't have come forward if they had something to hide, I think. So for a woman to come forward and say, they got me to take my tampon. Now, maybe she was dressed in fluoro clothing, you know, or she had her hair in pigtail, or whatever, you know, dressed like she was going to a music festival. I just don't see how that could be used as probable cause to pull individual women up because they all dress the same in these kind of music festivals, are the same as the guys. The guys do it as well, and guys have been a victim of this. But I just think when you've got so many occasions of this, as it said in the article that we referenced, if you've got so many so many cases of this, there's something wrong with the organisation, isn't there?
It's the Ben, Rob and Robbo, Ben, Rob and Robbo Show. Ben, Rob and Robbo Show.